I'm not quite there yet with video editing and knowing how to use that Tascam 12 channel, which may as well be literally like the Apollo 9. I gotta go to the moon. The technology is baffling to me, but I'll get there. Anyway, it's an exciting day. All I have to do is survive today at the lettuce mines. And tomorrow, it's bow time. It's go time, Jackie Robinson. I've got a marvelous piece of Osage orange. And I'm going to take the bark off and I'm going to start planting a series of horse bows. And yes, I can take a northern plains or southern plains or western plains or eastern plains or whatever bow, and I could extend the length and make it more user friendly for the modern archer and stuff. But you know, for the time being, I'm sticking with following dimensions correctly and accurately and making reproduction bows. So, you know, I apologize. Make longer ones, you know, beyond the scope of the actual authentic horse bows, you know, for people that want a little longer draw. But for now, I'm going to make what I want. And what I want is to make authentic bows. I've got some sinew. I'm going to pound some sinew tomorrow. I'm going to break out my draw knife, and I'm going to be John again. No more Lord of the Lettuce. If you've been watching my videos, you know what I'm talking about. Kind of a funny story. You know, and it goes tribal. We're all tribal. And I'm not talking color, religion, this and that. I'm talking occupation. Occupationally tribal. I come from a place where the customer is only right until they're wrong, and then I kick them out. I'm not going to mince words. You know, if your behavior was unacceptable at the preserve for the past, like 3 decades, get the hell out. You're not wanted here. You're not useful. And now I'm going into the realm, tribally speaking, of customer service and retail, where the customer is always right. And I can't say what I want to a lot of times. You know, most people are nice. It's funny. There's this little tiny woman. She actually said she was pulled over by cops because they thought a kid was driving her car. But she's funny. I'd be in the back room and, you know, John, she'd scream through the door, "Can you help me? I'm in trouble." It's like, yeah, I know what you want. I'm following her around the store, reaching stuff off the top shelf, which, you know, she's just a joyous person. I really like her. Opposed to the woman yesterday, "How much are the watermelons?" And I'm like, oh man, when they replaced the bin of watermelons, they threw away the signs. They're supposed to take this. And she goes, "I don't want a story. I just want to know how much the watermelons are. Do you know how much Okay, I'll check. Whatever. And this other guy. Sometimes, well, the constant price changes, you know. And I'm just validating why I need to get back in the bows. The prices are ridiculous when you're constantly having sales and they're changing, and I'm doing everything, this, that, and other thing, and I don't have an assistant, and I'm just treading water, whatever. Survivable. And this tourist, yeah, he's a tourist, probably from Chicago. If I offended you you're from Chicago, tough nuts. You know, I'm going to say what I want. This is my channel. I just as soon never see an Illinois plate here. But I'm scrambling around, and all of a sudden I hear this guy. He walks up to me. "Hey!" And just out of impulse, I heyed back. "Hey!" And he's like, "Come here." I'm like, "Excuse me? Come over here." You know, toned him down, because I exude this air that, "I'm not going to take your crap, you dumbass." Anyway, I walk over there, and he's like, "This is mismarked. It says lemons." He bought a bag of limes. It's like, for one thing, lemons are yellow, limes are green, but I didn't say that. He's like, "I went up to the cash register and it was $1 more." I'm sorry, you know, sometimes these tags get mixed around and I have no control over that. And he was still complaining about it. I'm going to say bitching, because again, this is my channel. This little twerp was still bitching about it. And what I wanted to say was, "Oh, you're from Chicago, aren't you? Pleased to meet you." or else just take a dollar bill out of my wallet and throw it at his face and say, get away from me. But I didn't, because customer service. This is why I'm going to make bows again. I don't want to work for anybody. I want to work for myself and you, members of the bow tribe. But what I was getting at with tribalism is you work in a factory. You're in a factory tribe. Different outlook on life. You operate differently, you know. Not a bad thing. That's what makes the world go round. Everyone is different. You work in a grocery store, for example. I'm just pulling that out of the air. They're grocery store people. I happen to be a different tribe, and there's no way, no how, at this late stage in my life, I'm going to switch tribes. All I'm going to do is go along with them as best as possible until I don't. Just saying. But yeah, I've got, probably showed you before, a stave. I've worked it down to about 1 growth ring. It's about right. This is going to be a long American style longbow, Osage, snaky. And these. And that's going to kick me off. I was tempted to go when I was in Petoskey, Harbor Springs, Home Depot, and get some boards to make some board paddle bows, but you know what? I'm looking at hickory, which will be great for eastern woodland bows, and I like Oneida bows because of the scalloped edge and on the belly, and if you don't know what that is, look at my very first video. I have one made out of black walnut. Hickory, maple, locust, black locust, Osage orange, stave bows for me. And that is all. Have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. And, you know, someday I'm going to figure out this computer stuff and edit. But for now, you have to do what you can do.